guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are playing with some new Beauty Bay. Actually, this has been out for a couple weeks now at least. This is the Tropical palette. Now they did release it originally in a bundle, and then later on down the road they released it individually, which is when I picked it up because I didn't want everything else that was in the bundle. But the color story is very bright and bold and pink. So that is what we play with today. Before we jump into it though, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications to new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this eye look using the Tropical palette from Beauty Bay, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, so I have the Beauty Bay Tropical palette, and when they first released this, it was actually in a bundle, and I didn't want everything else that was released with it. So I waited until, and I was hoping. There were a lot of back and forth on Instagram and TikTok. People were talking about they didn't know if it was going to be released individually, and when it did, I ordered it. So this one, I like the packaging. It's very bold, beautiful, bright, but simple, just tropical. And then the color story. You got a lot of pinkies, orangey, yellowy shades. And the shimmers look stunning. Some of them look like they have different shades of glitter in them. I won't really know until I swatch them. And of course, we're gonna swatch all the colors. I will say, if I look really glowy, it is because we are in a heat wave in Virginia, and oh my goodness, it is so warm outside. I want to say, okay, it's 94 degrees right now, as well as the fact that I have a baseball game tonight, and I'm not looking forward to it, but we're going to wear some easy breezy clothes and hope I don't sweat my makeup off. So also any products that I use besides this eyeshadow palette will be linked down below. It is going to be my sweat-proof, waterproof makeup that I did for the Chris Stapleton concert. So that will be linked down below. Definitely check the drop-down box with clickable links. And if you shop through those links, I get a commission. Let me go ahead and swatch these and see what they're all about. See what we want to play with. My face is really red. The AC upstairs, so the house has like 2 different AC units. The one downstairs is doing fine. The one upstairs is like struggle busing. And even though I have it set to 72, it is 80 in the house. So my face is a little flushed. That's the other thing. This is why my makeup tonight is going to be sweat proof, because as I apply it, it might melt off my face. Yeah, so swatching this, the shades are so beautiful, buttery smooth. They're what I'm used to from Beauty Bay. And looking at these shades, my favorite pinky shade in here is Jellyfish. It is the bottom one on the last row. It is so beautiful, beautiful pinky shade. The one Parasol, it's pretty, but it has more like leaning red, a little bit deeper, as well as Treasure. That one is for sure red with gold glitter. But the matte shades swatched pretty good. The one Nectar, which is second row, first shade, that is almost the shade of my shirt. Do I think that's what I'm gonna use? Maybe. Probably in the crease. I'm not really sure. But I know that I am gonna deepen it up with Watermelon, which is a luscious magenta pink shade. I am loving these, and I'm wondering if I could incorporate Sun. Third shade, top row. That yellow shimmer, chef's kiss. I am so excited. That might end up in like my inner corner. I don't know. I need makeup stat. I don't know what's going on with my face. I'm pretty sure it's heat and oh crap, I went to the tanning salon this morning. I usually have, like, I'll put a towel over my face when I tan in the tanning bed. Not everyone is for tanning beds, tanning salons, whatnot. I don't really talk about them on my channel. I'm horrible at doing, what is that, at-home tanner, whatever. Really bad at it. But I'll go to the tanning bed, and even growing up in Florida. So my mom, when I was in high school, owned a tanning salon, and I worked there for a little bit. but I don't trust the sun outside. You could be out there for 5 minutes and get a sunburn. You could be out there for an hour and get a sunburn. It could be cloudy and you could get a sunburn. Let's prep the eyes. Let's jump in. The sooner I get done, the sooner I can sit downstairs and just relax before I go to the baseball game. Also, I have 2 events tonight, not just a baseball game. The baseball game usually go like 2.5 hours, it just depends. But afterwards, Jamie, who you guys have met, she is doing a Harry Potter party at her house. So it just so happened that it coincided with an event that I already had tickets for. My friend Erin, she's who sold me my house and Luke his house for her business. She does a big baseball game for her VIP clients and friends, and they rent out like this picnic pavilion, or is it the patio? It's the one higher up, and you get a wristband, you get private access to it, and then they're providing food, and there's going to be a bar up there. I went to it for the first time last year. I think the year prior I didn't know about it, and by the time I had tried to get tickets, they were all gone. Because she doesn't charge us. She does it for free for VIP clients and friends. And I'm excited to be part of that group because we have a blast and we have so much fun. Norfolk Tides is the team here. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. But we go out for the game. They do fireworks at the end. But it is so freaking hot today. I think I'm gonna stay on like the peachy side, but then the pinky and yellow shimmer. My first shade is gonna be Nectar. This is the one that when swatched look a little bit lighter than my shirt that I have on, which I'm not even sure if this is what I'm wearing tonight. I want no sleeves and I want shorts. Other than that, I have no idea what I'm wearing. But when I asked my friends what they thought I should use today, because I sent them 2 palettes that I was like not so sure about. This palette and the Nomad one, the most recent release. They're very different spectrums of the color or the rainbow or words. They don't come well sometimes. But I was torn between the 2. There were some other ones that I had and I had narrowed it down. It was like, do I want bold and bright or do I want subdued neutral greens? But then I was thinking about it. The Nomad palette looks it looks similar to the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona, which I freaking love. So part of me wants to do a comparison of the 2 palettes. It's a very beautiful, subtle pink shade. I feel like I could build that up if I wanted to, but I think we're gonna start there and move on to the next shade. I'm gonna go into the shade Hibiscus. This one is a little more like orange leaning. Still gonna use my fluffy crease brush for this, just to get a beginnings of it, and then we'll deepen it up if we need to. Oh, this one definitely looks like the shirt almost. Also, yesterday I took Dixon, which is Luke's little Yorkie. I took him to the groomer to get his haircut just in time for this heat wave. Like, it is so hot out right now. Because even if it's like 94, the real feel is over 100 degrees. But little dude is so cute. I think I have a couple photos of him posted on my my Instagram. But he is such a little gentleman. I I think it's funny, wherever we go, like he'll walk with you, like he's escorting you. I always tell Luke that he reminds me of like a little maitre d', but really it's if you're walking to the kitchen, he's walking you to the fridge in hopes that he gets a treat or a snack. That's where we're at right now, and I think I'm gonna deepen it up. I'm gonna go into the shade Watermelon. This one I'm gonna use my compacted smudger for. I really like this color story. Let me know if you pick this up, if it's your color story, if you're more of a neutral vibes type of person, or if you're bright, bold, and beautiful. For a while, I was one of those that admired bright and bold and didn't really do a lot of them and just stuck to the neutrals that I liked. But then I would start to just kind of get out of my comfort zone and try things out. Do you enjoy trying to do bright, bold, and colorful, or do you just admire from afar? Which there's nothing wrong with that. There's so many different creators or different types of makeup aesthetic, and there's some that I just am not comfortable doing, like the line work where you have to duplicate it on this side. I'm so afraid that I'll be able to do it on one side and then it'll be all wonky on the other. Should I attempt it? Probably. I think practice makes perfect. But the days that I'm like, oh, let me do this, it's days that I'm about to run out the door and I just don't have time to try and like get them symmetrical. All right, so that's the beginning starts, but I also feel like I lost some of Hibiscus. I'm gonna go into Nectar, which is the lighter of the two, and see if I can kind of, I'm afraid that this is just gonna end up being like one big pink blob. Okay, I'm gonna go into the shade Jellyfish. This shade speaks to me. I'm gonna pick it up on my middle finger to get it into the center of the eye, but then I'm gonna finesse it with my dry brush. This palette has 18 shades. I wanna say it was only like $20. Beauty Bay has some affordable eyeshadow palettes, and the quality is impeccable, and it picks up just fine. Now I'm gonna pick up the shade Sun. That yellow is so beautiful and vibrant. Look at that. I'm gonna put that right here in the inner corner. Look at that, just a pop. And then on the dry brush, pick it up to finesse the inner corner. Kind of like the center of a flower. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts. Did you like it before I put the yellow in, or do you think that it adds some dimension? All right, let me go do this eye, do some waterproof, sweat-proof makeup, and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Face products are on. Definitely check the drop-down box if you're interested in what I have on my face. And I'm trying to stay cool and caffeinated because tonight's gonna be a long night. The Ghost Cherry Limeade, so good. But if that's like, there's so much condensation because it's so warm in the room right now. I don't drink energy drinks a lot. Usually it's just coffee, but Luke had to go to work. He had to be there at 6:30. So he was up bright and early, woke me up at 5, and I didn't go back to sleep. And didn't get a nap. It's just a whole thing. So we are drinking a Ghost Energy, just trying to ride through. All right, we need to finish off this under eye. I think we're sticking with the pinks. I think that's the vibe tonight, is just stick with the bright pinks, a really nice black wing liner. We'll bring it all together. I don't think I'm gonna use the lightest shade Nectar. Instead, we're just gonna stick with the two shades. I'm gonna go into the shade Hibiscus And this one on my small compacted smudger, ever so slightly. I think it blends out beautifully, which is why I didn't need that shade Nectar. And then into the shade Watermelon. This is just going to go in the outer V ever so slightly. And picking up my larger smudge brush just in the outer corner and drag it under. Guys, this hot weather is for the birds. For my inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to use my MAC Oh Darling Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This shade. I have one, is it like High Gleam? It's a little bit lighter, which is why I've got the gold shade. Their Extra Dimension Skin Finish is beautiful. And I think this shade is fitting because of the yellow in the inner corner. It's just a little more gold. Because it's also what I have on my cheeks. And part of me feels like I need more in the inner corner. So we're just gonna... Okay, brows, liner, mascara, and lips. And I'll be back for the final look. Okay, you guys, I am back and this is the final look. I really like the yellow. Let me know your thoughts. I have been doing a lot of like pops of color that are different than like everything else on my eye, just to kind of draw in. It's not for everyone. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like this palette and color story? Are you picking it up? Did you purchase it when it was part of the bundle? Have you tried Beauty Bay eyeshadow palettes at all? Let me know in the comments. I'm really interested to know what you think. But I think this is it. And we'll see how my makeup withstands the heat outside at the baseball game and then later on at Jamie's Harry Potter party. But you guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications to new videos. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.